What's up everybody, welcome back to Trading Wars. Thanks for joining me today, my friends. Today's video is going to be on the Interactive Brokers mobile order system. Recently I took some SPY calls for over 150%. I took them 3 weeks out, one strike out the money, and I actually entered that order using the mobile app. So I think it's a very powerful tool, and I want to show you how to put orders in for futures and options. And back in the day, guys, when I was working 9 to 5, I had no choice but to use the mobile system. It's a very good system. It's very clean, and I hope to walk you through that step by step today. All right, so if you're ready, let's step into the war zone. So the first thing you want to do is click the trade button right here in the middle, and then from there what you'll see is the search box. So the search box is where you want to type in the ticker for the stocks, ETFs, or futures that you're going to be trading. So we're going to use an example of a high volume stock today. We're going to use Apple. So I'm going to go in the search function. I'm going to type in the ticker symbol AAPL. So from here you can hit the search function and you'll have your stocks, options, warrant, etc. So what I trade specifically is stocks and options, and you want to also make sure it's the one that says NASDAQ, so you're trading on the right market. So from here, guys, what I'm going to do on this trade is I'm going to click on the options feature right here, and then it's going to take you to the options screen. So from here, the exchange function, I always keep that the same. So Interactive Brokers has the smart filling system, and I perfectly fine with that, don't have issues with that. And then by default it'll put the contract month for the current month. So depending on how far you want to go out, you can adjust this accordingly. Then the next one you have is the put and calls. So from here, since I want to go long in this trade, I'm going to hit calls. Okay, but you can also do puts if you're looking for Apple to go down. So from here you're also going to have your strike. So it's quite simply, for the strike, what I like to do is one strike out the money and 2 to 3 weeks out. I use a Fibonacci based system where I look for pullback trading. So I like to go one strike out the money because I'm expecting a bounce, and it allows me to get the premiums at a pretty good deal when I am using a pullback system to get cheap premiums. So from there you have your options here of which contract you want to take. So the 17th, 24th, and 31st of May. So let's use the 31st to get that 2 to 3 week sweet spot that I like. And then from here, guys, you're going to get into the actual buy and sell. So you can see here, because I got something that's already in the money, it's quite expensive for these calls. So actually, let's go back and let's do that one more time so we can get something a little bit more cheaper. So options, like I said, and then let's go ahead and let's take the 200 calls. Okay, and then from there we go again, May 31st, and then you can see these are quite cheap. So these right here on the top left, you can see they're 14 cents a contract times 100 is $14 per contract. All right, and then from there at the bottom you'll see the buy and the sell. So I don't sell options, I only buy directional calls or directional puts. So for this video I'll be clicking buy, and from here we get to the order system and entry. Okay, so there are some presets applied, but you can adjust those accordingly. The most important things you need to focus on is the quantity. You can easily just tap 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. to get the quantity, and then you can also get the order type. So from here, my friends, you can click on market, and that will give you the fastest way to fill. If you just hit slide to submit, this little slide button below, it'll fill you right away at the ask. If you want a better order, then what you need to do is you need to go into this arrow, and then you need to again select the number of contracts. Order type, you will go to limit, and from here you can set it to what you want. When you click on this drop down arrow here, you'll also see the bid, ask, and the mid. And if you want to get somewhere in the middle, the mid is also a good point to get filled on. I always try to trade liquid options, because with the liquid options you're generally going to get something that doesn't have a wide spread, and that's really important. So like the high volume Apple, Amazon, Tesla, Nvidia, etc. From here, time and force, you can select good to cancel if you want this order to remain open until you cancel it. So let's say you want to set it up at the beginning of the week, you want to buy these calls, 200 calls at 10 cents. You go here, click on 10 cents for the limit, then you put good to cancel. So at some point, if these come back and fill at 10 cents, which will be $10 a contract, you will enter the trade. So don't forget to cancel them. If you want to cancel it, you'll need to manually do that, but you'll see it in the order system. Another thing you can do is if you slide this over, you can see the chart for the options, and you can actually move your finger on this limit price here to select where you want to get filled. Okay, all right, so now we're going to go into futures. So the same thing, we're in the trade section, and in the search we're going to type in MES or ES. So MES for the small accounts, also MNQ if you want to trade the NASDAQ. I personally like using MES and ES, MES is the E-mini S&P 500 micros. So from here, what you'll see, there's index, there's futures, and again, I'm only going to use the futures because that's what I trade. And in the top right, you'll see right here, it says each point is $5. So generally speaking, you want to take the current contract, which is June, and they don't expire like options, but what happens is they roll into the next quarter. So the broker generally will go ahead and close your contract on roll date, and you can go ahead and take a new one, or you can set it to automatically roll. So from here, you'll see I had some orders today, and again, you can hit the buy or sell. So let's say we wanted to short this. Something that's also important is the margin requirements. I just wanted to point that out, the initial and the maintenance bill. I get that question a lot. So if you hit sell, this will be an example if we want to short. Quantity, again, you adjust it accordingly. Order type, so market or limit is what I generally use. And then from here, we can attach a bracket order, which is very important, the stop loss and the profit taker, okay? And then something that's extremely important, if you're trading after hours and you want to make sure you get filled, don't forget, my friends, I'll show you right now, to click on day, time and force. Like I said, good to cancel if that's what you want to do. And then you also should be able to get a outside regular trading hours feature. So let's go ahead and put this at market. And I think because the market is currently closed, there's a break right now for futures that you will not see that feature, but that's very important to make sure you're activated. So let's go to the buy and just check right here. So here again, bid, ask, etc. And let's go ahead and put it at market if touched. That's also something that I like to use. And then here we go, guys. So you can see on the time and force, good to cancel. Outside regular trading hours, you need to toggle this on, especially if you want to add your stop loss, to make sure if it hits the stop loss after hours, you see that little hazard sign there, that little warning sign, that'll make sure you get filled after hours. So market if touch, I like to use specifically if I want to get filled right away when it touches the level. And again, over here, guys, once you have this, you can see you can move your trigger price back and forth. And let's say we wanted to do a limit. What you'll also see here is once this gets filled, your stop and your profit taker will become live on the chart as well. So then you'll be able to see all three here once you get filled, and then you'll be able to move them accordingly. So that's a really cool feature I like with interactive brokers. It's very easy to trail the candles if that's what you want to do. All right, guys, so I hope this video was very informative and I hope you enjoyed it. Please, as always, remember there's risk trading futures and options. The disclaimers are below. Futures and options, I like doing both of them together because it's a way to diversify my risk. The options, I'm going lotto, I'm risking the premium. You know, you can do that with a cash account. Whereas futures, I'm using margin. It's more methodical with the point-based system, and you need to have a stop loss in order to protect yourself, okay? So don't do anything crazy. Make sure you know your risk and don't risk anything you're not willing to lose. Hope this video was helpful. Please like and let me know below if what else you want to see from me. If you're enjoying these mobile views, I can continue to do some more of them. Thank you so much for your time, guys. Have a great day.